You repeat that process over and over and over until one person's left standing. The last man standing. The race can go on for days. So during my training, I did 10 training runs of 38 miles. And every time I got to 38 miles, I stopped. That's my limit, 38 miles. Not bad for a guy in his 50s, but that's not going to get you very far in a race like this. Then I heard a podcast, a Navy SEAL by the name of Chad Wright on a podcast talking about how he had taken a kid that had only run 5 miles in his life all the way to the finish line of a 100-mile race by having him repeat over and over, I will not quit, I will not quit, I will not quit. I'm like, that's impossible. I've been running my whole life. You can't 20x your longest run by saying, I won't quit. But this guy's a Navy SEAL on a highly reputable podcast. I doubt he's lying. So I cold call him. Create your own luck. I get him on the phone and I tell him my problem. I'm stuck at 38 miles. He said, brother, I can solve that for you in 2 days, man. See, Chad is a Navy SEAL from the backwoods of North Georgia. He has a beard down here like he's in ZZ Top. He's covered in head to toe in violent tattoos. And he has a look in his eye like he's seen some stuff in the military nobody in this room wants to see. So a couple of days later, he comes to my house. My friends are calling me up. Did you change your cadence? Are you eating differently? I'm like, no. He hasn't said a word to me. They're like, what? I'm like, no, he's sitting in the corner of the room, hysterically laughing, staring at me. They're like, what? I'm like, yes. And he's spooky. This is Chad Wright. So my wife comes downstairs and she goes, Jess, can I speak to you for a second? She's like, sweetie, where did you meet Chad? I told her the truth, on the internet. So that night we go to dinner and he finally talks to me. He says, Jesse, tomorrow we're gonna start at 0500, man, but we're gonna meet down in the kitchen at 4:45 and go over the game plan. Hey, we're gonna sit for 15 minutes? What a waste of time. The next morning we get to my breakfast table. He says, Jesse, today we're going to do 3 things and 3 things only. And if you do these 3 things, you're going to shatter your 38 miles. He said, the first thing we're going to do is we're never going to give our pain a voice. What does that mean, Chad? He says, man, I know you're going to be thinking, I'm tired, I got blisters, this is hard, or in your case, retail suffering, competition's too tough, I don't have enough capital, I don't have enough experience. I know we're gonna have those thoughts, but we're never gonna speak those words. Because once we speak those words, we give them power. If I ask you how you feel today, your only answer is outstanding. How do you feel? Outstanding. How do you feel? Outstanding. Help me. How do you feel? Outstanding. Number 2, we're never gonna die in the chair. What does that mean, Chad? He said, man, we're never gonna come back after one of these loops, sit down in the chair and be like, this is hard, I'll quit. Today, we're taking quitting off the table. Either you pour your soul into everything we do today and you empty the tank and you don't get to 38 miles, or we get past 38 miles. Either one is acceptable. Not everything is gonna work, but we're not gonna quit because it's hard. And number 3, even though it's tough in the field, it's gonna be tough for all of us. Nobody is cruising through life like this. We got a lot to be grateful for, man. We got jobs, we're in Tennessee, we're in an amazing conference, we're meeting people, like, we were healthy. We have every loop we take, I want you to say one thing you're grateful for. So I did those 3 things that day, and I shattered my 38 miles. Fast forward 30 days later, I'm at the start of the Hennepin 100-mile race. Chad Wright's running it with me. We get to mile 74.5 and I'm broken. I have 6 toenails floating around in my shoe. I have hypothermia. I'm freezing, shivering. And I start walking. And Chad can sense that the end is near. He starts walking with me. He says, Jess, I'm gonna tell you something about me, man, that nobody knows. Man, it's a miracle. I never get tired. Chad, he says, I can't explain it. It's the craziest thing, man. I never get tired. I want you to say it. But I was so broken, I couldn't say it. That would be nah, Chad, not now. He says, man, just say it. Fine, Chad. I never get tired. He says, man, say it like you mean it. Fine, Chad. I never get tired. He says, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna let you walk a quarter mile to the aid station. When we get to the aid station, you tell them the miracle of Jesse and Chad. We stumble into the aid station, they give me some soup. They give Chad a little Gatorade. I introduce myself to the volunteers. Man, I'm Jesse. This is my good friend Chad. And this might sound crazy, but Chad and I never get tired. I look like I just got hit by a Mack truck. She was like, excuse me? I'm like, no, it's crazy. Chad and I never get tired. Chad grabs me by the shirt like this. He goes, let's go! Mile 75, how do you feel? I feel outstanding, Chad. 77 miles in, I don't get tired, Chad. 80! Through the woods with the headlamp, me and Chad. I feel outstanding, Chad. 85, 87, nobody around. 90, 91, 93, 95, 97, all the way to the finish line of a 100-mile race. The words you speak matter. The words your kids speak matter. When I was dead broke, sleeping on those 18 couches, I used to walk into my office every day, turn to my partner and say, we're millionaires. They just haven't paid us yet. We're millionaires, man. They just haven't paid us yet. This week, be mindful of the people in your inner circle that say, we don't come from money. Dad, I'm not a good reader. I'm not good at sports. We're not good at business. How do you feel? Now, how do you feel? Come on, how do you feel? Come on, Liz, how do you feel?
Bring it up.
How do you feel? Come on, help. How do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel? Now listen, we covered a lot. We talked about SIP, social, intellectual.